Title: My Love, a story inspired by Kovacs, My Love. The rain hit the windshield in slow, deliberate taps as Nathan drove down the empty highway. The radio played softly in the background, barely rising above the hum of the engine, until Kovacs, My Love began to play. As the haunting vocals filled the car, a name stirred in his memory: Elena. It had been 5 years since he last saw her, yet her face remained clear, like a photograph tucked between the pages of his mind. They met in New Orleans, in a dimly lit jazz bar she worked at, waiting tables and sometimes singing late into the night. Nathan, a travel photographer just passing through, had stopped by to escape the rain. One look at her and he forgot the storm outside. Their love was quiet but intense. It bloomed between photographs and melodies, under flickering neon signs, in moments when the world faded and it was just them. She used to hum that same Kovacs song while doing the dishes or sketching in her notebook. My love is your love, she'd say, poking his chest. It lives right here. But like most beautiful things, it wasn't meant to last. Nathan got an offer: an international assignment in Africa, 6 months of travel, wildlife, and dreams coming true. She told him to go. You'd never forgive yourself if you stayed. They kissed in the rain on the corner of Bourbon Street, promising to write, to wait. But promises, like paper, can tear. Emails slowed. Calls became hard. Time zones and loneliness built a wall between them. When he finally returned, she was gone, moved to Chicago, no forwarding address, no goodbye. Just a note left under his old apartment door: I'll always be your love. But sometimes love has to let go. Nathan never stopped searching, not really. His photos, hanging in galleries now, were always of women who reminded him of her: strong eyes, soft smiles, storms behind them. But none were her. Now, years later, he found himself driving to Chicago for an exhibit of his work, when that song played again. Something pulled at him, a whisper of fate, of unfinished chapters. He arrived early and wandered the gallery before the crowd came in. That's when he saw it. One of the pieces, My Love, a charcoal sketch of 2 figures under an umbrella, was not his. It was hers, Elena's style, her signature, small in the corner. A small placard read: On loan from the private collection of Elena Moore. The air left his lungs. He asked the curator. She smiled. Elena, she's here. She's actually one of the guest speakers tonight. When Elena walked in, time folded in on itself. Her hair was shorter, her eyes wiser, but the way she looked at him, soft, surprised, hopeful, it was the same. I heard your name on the list, she said, her voice a melody he never forgot. I thought it might be you. I've looked for you, he said quietly. I never really left, she replied, placing a hand over her heart. Not from here. They stood in silence for a moment, the gallery buzzing around them, strangers admiring stories neither of them could tell. Then, without another word, they walked together out into the Chicago night. It wasn't raining this time, but Nathan held an umbrella anyway, just in case. Because love, once found, sometimes returns when the music plays. And this time,